Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Art Gallery of Northumberland. My name is Lindsay, Creative Content Coordinator, and today we have with us our Education Assistant and spearhead of our Mini Art Galleries project, Erin Messier.
Hi.
So, Erin, tell us a little bit about our project, the Little Mini Art Galleries. What are they?
So I think to answer that question, we kind of have to circle back into where this idea sort of started from. And something that the Art Gallery of Northumberland is really well known for is thinking big. And with that, at least in this case, that means thinking mini. And one day in a brainstorming session, we were discussing just dream possible future projects that could be undertaken. And our executive director, Olinda, mentioned having seen just some post online about a mini art gallery and kind of offhandedly thought that'd be fun. And so one day while I was working from home, that became kind of a brain worm for me. And I started looking at whether or not that was something that had been undertaken before, this idea of a mini art gallery that is open to the public and maybe more in satellite locations or things like that. And turns out it is something that has been undertaken quite popular and has become quite popular throughout the pandemic. One of the most well-known ones being located in Seattle. And then we have Canadian counterparts out west in Alberta. And so I thought it would be totally possible for us to make it a reality in Northumberland. And so what the kind of general idea of the mini art galleries is the opportunity and the encouragement to create works outside of your comfort zone. So painters or sculptors might be comfortable using a specific material and creating on a certain scale. And what the mini art gallery does is it encourages people to create on a tiny scale, about 4 by 4 inches on average. And so we wanted to encourage the community to get to know one another artistically. And so we've implemented a take a piece, leave a piece mentality similar to the Free Little Library project. And I think that attaching that kind of tagline to it and that comparison helped alleviate a lot of anxiety surrounding the project, because it is a project that is still currently happening and being undertaken by individuals and organizations, and it's something that has gained a lot of ground. And so it leaves kind of a positive sense of reinforcement that this is a great project and it can go places and it can grow to who knows how big.
Right. So we're hoping to expand them, of course, across all Northumberland County. So when we're talking about what's going inside of these little mini art galleries, we were talking about those things about mini. So mini pieces of art. What are we to expect to go inside of these little mini galleries?
I think that's what makes the mini galleries so fascinating, is that we don't know. We don't know what artists are out within Northumberland County. We could have incredible painters and sculptors. There could be seamstresses, there could be people who do embroidery or cross stitch or needle felting. And so that's what's so exciting, is that it'll open up the eyes of citizens of Northumberland County and even beyond, those who are coming in to visit, to see what is out there, what your neighbors are capable of creating. And I think that's what's so exciting about the take a piece, leave a piece mentality as well, is that the likelihood of you walking by the gallery and seeing the same thing twice is very, very rare. And in adding to the gallery and taking a piece of work and appreciating the artist, maybe by, I don't know, following them on Instagram or finding their Etsy shop or something like that, it encourages people to continue creating. And it shows, again, what we're capable of making that we might not have otherwise known about. And it's an opportunity to really help support local artists and to get the name out of local artisans.
And for anyone who really wants to participate, they don't need to be necessarily an artist to do so, correct? Anyone could technically go across and put whatever they wanted inside of it?
yeah, if you've put time or effort into making something, someone else out there will appreciate that. And, you know, we might not have everything for everyone, but there's definitely going to be something for someone in each of these little galleries, especially on a rotating cycle.
It's going to be really fantastic to see it. So we were talking about the mini art galleries being represented across Northumberland County. How many of them are we to expect, and where do you think they're going to be, or where are they going to be located?
So right now we have 7 made. So there will be 7 around Northumberland County guaranteed. And we're going to be distributing them in phases because Northumberland County is huge. And so there's no way we could get them all out at the same time. So the first phase, we will be distributing mini galleries to the Colburn Public Library, the Brighton Public Library, and the Port Hope Public Library. And those are going to be distributed on June 11th. And they'll be installed. And so that, like, immediately following that, people can start coming to see what's in the galleries. They can start, you know, getting their creative juices flowing, making things that they can put into the galleries. And then from then on, we will continue to release information about where the next locations are going to be.
Great. A little bit of teasing already. The first little piece that we released is actually the shape, which is a hexagon. So how did we come up with the hexagon shape for these mini art galleries, or what does that represent?
Yeah. So a few years ago, the Art Gallery of Northumberland underwent some rebranding, and the shape of a hexagon was chosen to represent the different counties within Northumberland. And so the AGN's logo is a collection of those hexagons in the shape of Northumberland County. And so to help kind of unify this theme and this imagery of the gallery, we decided to go with a hexagon shape, also because it's something different, it's something fun, it's something new. It's not just your typical square box on like the boulevard of an organization. And so I went through and kind of tinkered with the idea of how to make a hexagon shaped structure work. And I started off using cardstock, making little mock-ups of possible configurations and where the floors could lie, how to close off any potential points that might leave things getting trapped or lost or things like that. And I presented them to Lindsay first. And we decided on a hexagon shape with the points at the top and the bottom so that we could seal those off with the floor of the gallery. And then we could subsequently adhere lights around the top part so that there will be lighting in the galleries for people to enjoy the works regardless of the time of day. And those lights won't get in the way of any works. So right. Yeah, it really helps.
And definitely the shape itself makes it very distinguishable. When you come across it, you're going to know it's not necessarily a pop-up library, but it's in itself, it's a mini art gallery rather instead, right?
Exactly. Yeah. Thinking outside of the box. Literally.
Yes. Okay, so will they be seasonal? Are we only going to be seeing these mini art galleries pop up in the summer months, or are we going to have them all year round?
They're going to be all year round.
Yeah.
They're not going anywhere. It's also kind of, it's going to lend itself to, again, more interesting creative techniques that are going to be coming out, because I know some people, they practice certain artistic practices in the summer months. They practice different artistic practices in the winter months. And so you might see works by the same person that are completely different depending on the season. Also, they'll be really great to see different themes appear within the works in the gallery around the holidays or around, you know, summertime or Halloween. Can't wait to see what's made around October.
Yes. Each holiday, we're definitely going to be posting something different or whatever comes into those mini art galleries. I can't wait to see them. So will you be placing anything in the mini art galleries?
I will. Should I?
I think you should probably
give it
show
away.
Them. Yeah.
Well, not that I have them on hand. But as we kind of had said earlier, even if you don't consider yourself an artist, making stuff and putting, like, we encourage you to make things and put things in the mini galleries. I myself I'm an example of that. I don't consider myself an artist. If somebody asked me, I would say I don't have an artistic bone in my body. However, everyone's capable of doing like artistic things. And so I picked up cross stitching, and you will find a one-of-a-kind little cross stitch piece in each of the galleries that are all made by me. And one of the things that we are encouraging people to do is to put their name or their Instagram handle or their website or even their business card on the back of their works, so that if you come and you take that piece, you can trace it back to that artist. Now, since I don't have an artistic Instagram or a website or anything like that, anything that is made by me will have a little embroidered, I don't know if you can see that there. Nope. A little embroidered, I love you hand in sign language on the back. So that's how you know that they're one of a kind by me.
Oh, I love them. They're so fantastic. So definitely make sure if you stop by one of these mini art galleries, you're going to be seeing an artwork from one of the AGN staff. We'd love to see whatever you come across, if you do come across one of them, especially Erin's cross stitch, because they are definitely so cute. Erin, why don't you show the camera a close up of one of them?
Yeah. Give me a genre I can try and fit. Do you want to see birds or plants?
Let's go birds.
Birds? Okay. This little guy's my favorite.
Oh, he's so sweet.
And so with most of mine, I've actually named them. Some of them, like Hortense the hummingbird, it makes sense. We like the alliteration. This little guy is actually kind of special, and I will be adding a note on it to clarify, but he's actually named after the Mohawk word for blue jay, which is diddy. And then it's similar to the chickadee. And then in the future, when I inevitably make more of these, those guys will also have that Haudenosaunee tie into their names as well.
That's going to be fantastic to see. We can't wait to see them.
Yeah, I can't wait to get them out there. I can't wait to share them with people. So something that we're going to be doing is, like I had said, we encourage people to include their Instagram handle or a website or a business card onto the back of their creation. However, if you don't feel comfortable doing that, or you don't have an art specific social media platform or website, we and our partner organizations will be updating our social media with works that have been included in the little gallery, in the mini galleries. So what we encourage you to do is to keep an eye out for hashtag AGN mini gallery to keep up to date with what's been happening in the gallery. Since we might not be able to tag everybody who includes a piece, it's a way to see if your piece has been picked up by somebody and is now in its new forever home, or if it's become part of a really interesting and intriguing installation. And so that's one way that you can help keep on top of what's been happening with the mini gallery. And who knows, maybe something that you see might inspire you to create something else.
Perfect. So I guess technically the mini art galleries don't really have rules. We're hoping that everyone can express themselves the way they want to. But when we were talking about the take a piece, leave a piece, or both, what does that really mean? Are we expecting someone go in there and take everything, or how is the process?
We want this to be a very organic but community-driven project. And so while we don't necessarily expect you to go in and have an exact trade-off of I have one piece, I need to take a piece, or I need to have a piece to take a piece, we don't expect that to necessarily play out, just because we don't have somebody there facilitating this to make sure that that is an equal transaction. So what we encourage is people to remember that this is a community-driven organization, or it's a community-driven project. And so if somebody comes and clears out the entire gallery, then there's nothing for the next person to come enjoy. And so while there isn't necessarily a rule of you have to leave a piece if you take a piece, we strongly encourage it so that you can continue creating works and the next person can enjoy works, and it will just continue in a very organic and loving cycle.
Mm-hmm. Right. So what will happen when someone stumbles upon one of our mini art galleries? What are they going to look like?
The little art galleries, first and foremost, you'll see the works inside. There will be a nice door to keep them closed off and safe from any rain or anything like that. But on the back side, we encourage you to take in the mini galleries from all directions. So do a nice little walk around with you. On the back, there will be an explanation of mini galleries are, and there will be a couple social media links, particularly one that will link you to a link tree that is specifically designated to that location. And so it will provide you with a link to the partner organizations, social media pages, as well as the Art Gallery of Northumberland social media pages, and then an FAQ page that will be hosted by the Art Gallery of Northumberland to help further answer any questions that you might have. So there will also be the hashtag AGN Mini Gallery to help encourage you to share photos on your social media of what you're seeing. And that's an opportunity for us as community members to also see what works are in the little galleries, because somebody in Colburn will be seeing something completely different from what those in Brighton are going to be seeing compared to those in Coburn. And so it's a nice way to share what we're all seeing and what we're all sharing together.
Right. And the Art Gallery of Northumberland will be keeping an eye on that hashtag. And if you're going to be using it, then we will be sharing it on our stories as well.
So some great exposure there for you too.
Erin, the mock-ups of the mini art galleries that you constructed out of cardboard were fantastic. But once we've decided what the shape and design looked like, what was our next step from there?
Well, I'm not a woodworker, so we knew we had to defer to the expert here. And that is where our fantastic volunteer, Mr. David McTavish, came into the picture. And I'll let him take it from here.
All right.
Hi, I'm David McTavish. I'm a volunteer with the Art Gallery, and I specialize in woodworking. That's what I do. And I was asked a while ago if I would help participate in the production of these mini art galleries, and happy to do so. And I was thinking about it, and there's the P word comes up often. The people are very important. I love the people at the Art Gallery. They're very helpful. And during lockdown, of course, it was very difficult to get supplies, and I was able to, with really helpful people at Rona and at Home Hardware. And the problem solving of how to get an angle so that there are 6 even sides, that was kind of fun to do. And I just like participating and being a part of the community and being a part of the Art Gallery. A very good, wonderful bunch of people. Looking specifically at one of the boxes, as you can see, there's a very colorful knob and a very efficient closing mechanism here. When it closes, it stays closed. And there's a cedar roof that extends beyond the door so that rain and snow won't fall in. And when it's open, there is lighting in here. There's a mini lights and some kind of a battery holder. And it has 3 functions. It can be on for 6 hours, it can be on permanently, or it can be off permanently. So those 3 functions. And we're hoping that these will be in the community and in the community for 12 months of the year. Not just in the good weather, but in the other weather too. So please participate, please take something and leave something. Thank you.
Find a mini art gallery closest to you. Log on to www.artgalleryofnorthumberland.com to find the full list of partnering locations that are currently available, as well as upcoming locations, an interactive map, frequently asked questions, and so much more. Happy creating, Northumberland!